Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. We need to talk about something that's been making waves in the NFL, especially among Commanders fans. It's about one of the core players, a guy who's been instrumental in Washington's offense over the last few seasons. I'm talking about none other than Terry McLaurin. You know him, right? The talented, fiery wide receiver who's become a fan favorite not just because of his incredible catches, but also because of his dedication, his grit, and his undeniable talent to make big plays when it matters most. Well, here's the scoop. Things aren't exactly smooth sailing right now. It's about his contract situation, and it could have huge implications for the team moving forward. So, to understand the gravity of this situation, we need to rewind a bit. Terry McLaurin, since entering the league, has been nothing short of spectacular. He's become one of the most reliable receivers in the NFL, and for Washington, he's been a cornerstone of their offense. His route running is crisp, his hands are consistent, and he's got that knack for making contested catches that just drive defenses crazy. Over the last 5 seasons, McLaurin has consistently surpassed the 1,000-yard mark in receiving yards, which, for any receiver, is a clear sign of elite production. Last season alone, he racked up over 190 yards on 82 catches, and he scored 13 touchdowns, his career high, showing just how valuable he is when the ball is in his hands. But here's the thing, despite all of this, McLaurin's current contract situation is causing some serious concern among fans and analysts alike. You see, last year, he signed a 3-year extension worth around $68. $2 million, which is a pretty solid deal, especially considering he was still proving himself early on. But now, with the market evolving and his production justifying a bigger payday, McLaurin is feeling underpaid. He's entering the final year of that deal, and reports suggest he's seeking a new contract, one that reflects his true value as a top-tier receiver in the NFL. And honestly, who can blame him? Players like Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams, they're cashing in big, and McLaurin, clearly, believes he deserves that kind of respect and compensation. However, here's where things get complicated. According to recent reports, including an insightful appearance on ESPN's SportsCenter, Jeremy Fowler mentioned that McLaurin is not happy with where things are with an extension. That's a pretty direct signal that negotiations haven't gone as planned. And just to add some context, the Commanders haven't made much headway in contract talks since the minicamp last month. McLaurin did not attend the mandatory minicamp, which isn't a good sign. It's a move that signals he's serious about his demands and that he might be willing to hold out to get what he believes he deserves. Now, let's talk about the timeline because it's approaching rapidly. Training camp in Washington officially kicks off on July 22. That leaves the Commanders roughly 2 weeks to either strike a deal or prepare for the possibility that McLaurin might sit out, or, at the very least, show up not fully engaged. It's a tense situation because McLaurin's presence on the field is critical. He's not just any receiver, he's a leader, a player who sets the tone for the entire offense. His chemistry with quarterback Sam Howell, who's expected to take the reins this season, is vital for the team's success. But what if he does hold out? Well, that could be a major blow for Washington. McLaurin's absence or limited participation would test the team's depth at the receiver position. The Commanders have been building around him, but he's been the clear #1 target for quite some time. His ability to create separation, his route running precision, and his clutch plays make him one of the most dangerous receivers in the league. Losing him for any period, especially early in the season, could hinder the team's offensive rhythm and put more pressure on the younger players or new acquisitions to step up. Speaking of acquisitions, the Commanders made a bold move this offseason by trading for Deebo Samuel from the San Francisco 49ers. Samuel, a versatile receiver with a reputation for making big plays and being a reliable target, is expected to add a new dynamic to Washington's offense. The trade was a significant investment, and the team did agree to a lucrative contract extension for Samuel, which shows their commitment to making this receiving core competitive. But here's the catch. Samuel is also set to hit free agency after the season, so the team is in a bit of a balancing act. They want to maximize their current roster, but they also need to ensure they keep their key players happy and focused. Now, for Mclaurin, the situation is clear. He believes he's worth more than what he's currently earning. His production over the last few seasons justifies a top-market salary. He's been a model teammate, a consistent performer, and a player who elevates the entire offense. The question is, will the Commanders recognize his value in time, or will this tension spill over into the season, creating a distraction that could affect team chemistry? That's the big debate among fans and insiders right now. And let's not forget the broader context. The NFC East is one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL. The Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants are all making moves, investing heavily in their rosters, and aiming for playoff success. For Washington, establishing a solid offensive foundation with Mclaurin at the forefront is crucial. If they manage to keep him happy and signed, it solidifies their passing game and provides a huge boost for young quarterback Sam Howell. But if Mclaurin's negotiations drag on or he decides to sit out, it could put Washington at a disadvantage early on. Now, diving deeper into the team's outlook, Washington has been in a bit of a rebuilding phase, but there's a sense of optimism around the franchise. The addition of new offensive weapons, the development of their young defense, and the potential emergence of Howell as a franchise quarterback all point to a team eager to take a step forward. But everything hinges on stability at the receiver position, and that's why Mclaurin's contract situation is so critical. The front office has to find that sweet spot, pay him what he's worth, but also manage their salary cap and future commitments, especially with Samuel, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel, and others vying for targets. Looking at the bigger picture, Mclaurin's case isn't just about money. It's about respect, about recognition of his dedication, and his impact on Washington's offense. He's been a player who's consistently delivered, and not just in yards and touchdowns but also in leadership and work ethic. That kind of player is rare, and when you have one, you want to keep him happy. The NFL is a business, but it's also about relationships, trust, and mutual respect. If the Commanders can strike a deal soon, it could set a positive tone for the season, a message that they value their homegrown talent and are committed to building a winning team around players like Mclaurin. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this situation? Do you think Mclaurin will hold out, or will they come to an agreement before camp? How much do you think he's truly worth? Do you believe the team should prioritize paying him now or save that for future signings? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinion really matters to us and to the team. We love hearing your insights, predictions, and takes on all things Commanders. Before I wrap up, let me remind you, this story is ongoing. The next few weeks are going to be crucial. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments, contract negotiations, and how the team prepares for the upcoming season. Remember, the NFC East is no joke, and every edge counts when you're fighting for playoff positioning and a shot at the Super Bowl. Washington has been knocking on that door, and with the right moves, they could be back in the hunt for a deep playoff run. But it all starts with the stars lining up: Mclaurin, the coaching staff, the front office, and the players all working together. So keep your eyes peeled, stay engaged, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for all the latest updates. And finally, I want to emphasize one more thing: this is a passionate community. We're here because we love the Commanders, because we believe in this team's potential, and because we want to see them succeed. So let's stay positive, supportive, and engaged as we follow this story unfold. Whether Mclaurin signs a new deal or not, one thing is for sure: Washington Commanders fans are some of the most dedicated in the league, and we'll be here every step of the way, cheering them on and analyzing every move. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. Remember, we'll be back soon with more updates, inside info, and expert analysis on everything Commanders. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, hail to the Commanders.